Page 66, Looking Glass River. At the top of the page, they're talking about a pattern for broken chords called an Alberti bass. It simply means you take a chord, any chord, doesn't matter. Let's do a C chord. You do the bottom note, top note, middle note, top note. That's it. Over and over. All I'm doing is just rotating. I'm transferring weight from finger to finger. You do it with any chord, any triad. They're using F because we're in the key of F major, so it doesn't matter. 4 chord, 5/7 chord. But you think, wow, the thumb is awfully busy here. If you just transfer weight, you can do that. Big deal. And that right hand, this little finger, that's busy. Again, I'm just transferring weight. And the little finger doesn't seem to mind too much. It's fun. You don't have to go that fast anyway. That's the pattern. You'll see it a lot, and if you're into improvising, this is one of the patterns you can use from time to time. Don't overuse it, but you can use it quite a bit. Now, Looking Glass River, 4/4 time. We're in the key of F major, so all the B's are flatted. One hand at a time, let's make sure we get the notes and the rhythms. And hopefully you're doing the F major scale. Go to my scale video on F major and make sure, if you don't know the scale, you do it 1 octave. By now you should know the scale, because I'm assuming you've been doing it every day at least once. First time you sit down to practice of the day, just do the scale. Get it out of the way. Go. And so if you've been doing it, go ahead and do it 2 octaves up and down. That's good practice, because you're going to get the scale in this piece. And if you can do the scale, it's easy to do in the piece. If you haven't been doing the scale, you're going to struggle with it in the piece, because it won't be even, it won't be controlled. That's where you go to the scale and you practice the accents and the wrist stuff that I'm trying to explain in the scale video, and that helps to give you the control to play these runs smoothly and evenly. So at the beginning, here, and this is just a broken F chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, thumb down 1. That's an 8th note, or 8th note, just half a beat. 1, 2, 3, and then at the top of page 67, it's 2/1. We're putting ourselves in position for an F scale fingering, and since we want the thumb on the F, we just do that. Here, then it's an F scale fingering. 1 and 2 and 2, 3, 4. You get the same thing in the next line. Let's go down to measure 9. You're up here. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and then cross over 2nd finger. That way your little finger's on the E. And then cross over again, and then you do that some more. Left hand gets the Alberti bass, an F chord, and then the 5/7 chord. Say the 5/7 chord can be this note, or both. In this case, we're using that note. That's pretty much it for the left hand. Put them together slowly. Play the C, the right hand comes out because it's just an 8th note. And again, it's an 8th note. Don't make it real short. No, it's just an 8th note. Let's go down to measure 9. You're up here. Connecting this, I suggest in this piece you connect the left hand all the way through except for the rest. Just play it all legato. In the right hand we have slurs, so you can lift up. Of course, a lot of times you have a rest at the end of a slur, but go over to measure 9, lift up, lift up, lift up, like that. That's the articulation. Dynamics. apply to the melody. It's the right hand. It's moderately soft, whatever you think that is, and you're going to swell up to moderately loud and then back down. Don't get loud, just to that one. That's the note you're after. That's your target. See, on these swells, I look in the middle. I look for my note or notes that are there, and that's my target. That's where I'm aiming for. C, bam, and then come down. Left hand has choices. You can either just keep it down all the way through, or you can let it come up a little bit and down too. It's kind of a personal thing. You have to experiment. Sometimes it's nice to have it come up, and sometimes it's better to have it stay back out of the way. So it's here. I'm tempted to leave the left hand really soft throughout the whole thing here. So again, it's a little louder. Then I'm going to measure 3. I'm going to crescendo back up to moderately loud. Da, 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 da. That's the note. Don't get moderately loud until that note, so take your time going up. I kind of think of it like a beat at a time or 2 beats at a time. I think louder, 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 or louder, louder, I'm here. 1, 2, 3. So, or it depends on the situation. And here, if you just go up just a hair, you can do it with each beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Here, but keep the left hand soft. Back down to soft, medium soft, louder. Again. Now you're staying there moderately loud in the right hand. The left hand needs to be soft. Soft. Now back down. Now here you're swelling up and back down here. You're not going to go loud and stay there. And look in the middle. It looks like it's around the B flat to the C. That's the loudest part. That's where I'm after. And then it'll come down. So that's my target. Eventually you get to the point where you're not thinking about targets or anything, you're just feeling it, because you've practiced it enough, you can get into it and just feel it. You just feel it. And that's what you're after, to feel this music. Right now it's pretty mechanical, and that's okay. But you got to get beyond the mechanical part and start feeling it, and that's where the interpretation comes in. Speed-wise, it's not a slow piece, and it's kind of the flow of it, not necessarily the beat. They give you metronome markings, and to me the metronome markings they're giving you is not andante for the beat. That's a march tempo. 120 is a march tempo. 1, left, right, left, left. That's a moderato. But the feel of it is casual. Because the left hand is not casual. Those puppies are moving, but it has to feel like it is. So it's. Now they've added pedal. I think that's a bit questionable. I don't know that you need pedal, but we can add it in. It adds variety, and they did say optional. I would prefer you. Of course, you always learn a piece without pedal first, so you can hear it. Then you can experiment with the pedal and see, do I like the sound the pedal is adding? If not, leave it out. Their suggestion at the beginning, you can pedal the chord. I'm going to push the notes down first and then the pedal. And right after I play it, the half note after I play it, I lift the pedal up. Because I want to connect the C's. I want to connect them. And then I measure 5. You see the A1? This is the form. These are sections. A1, they've got the sections marked for you. And measure 9 is section B. And so you don't have to have double bars between sections. And this, they marked them for you. A1 is the same as A, except it's just a little bit different. That's all. Otherwise, it'd be A again, I think. I'm not an expert on it, but that's my impression of it. So let's go down to measure 9. We have pedal here, and they're legato pedaling this. I don't like that at all. No, I don't like pedaling in there at all. I want to hear the and if you try and give me that and still pedal, it's that. adding overtones to the half note makes it a bit too much. It's too much variety between the half note and the clean eighth notes. That's too much. So I would not pedal any of this section B. And then on measure 13, you're back to that. But in my opinion, I'd leave pedal out. I really would. At the end, that metal, you can pedal that last measure if you want to color that sound. I mean, if you've used pedal before, you can go ahead and use it here too to color that note out. If you do that, then you need to use pedal on measure 8 because it's the same thing. You want to be consistent. So do that on measure 8 too. And lift the pedal up on beat 4 with the hands. Rest, and they'll all come up. So it's your choice whether you pedal that or not, but in my opinion it would be okay. I'd like to play this with you very slowly to double check the notes and the rhythms. I'm going to leave the pedal out on this. You can do the pedal if you want, but I'll give us 4 counts. Let's just go over it slowly. 1 and 2 and ready and go and